Hello everybody, happy Sunday. I am obviously not here in real life. This was a pre-recorded video, but I wanted to be able to give you guys something instead of coffee and a card live. I'm giving you a pre-recorded video of a project today. So my name is Tiffany Almeida and I'm with Pretty and Paper Crafts, and I'm super glad that you were able to join me in spirit today and watch this really super fun video today. So as you can see, I have made these cute little circus tents, kind of carts that feature the little elephant stamp set and punch. Aren't these super fun? I chose to do the new in colors because I do in color club each month. They do stand, they have little poles on them. They're so fun. I absolutely adore them. And they have a little goodie inside. Check this out. Isn't that fun? Remember these little circus animal cookies? I used to eat these all the time as a kid. So this I thought was super fun. I love the elephant. It made me think of circus, and these little treats went perfectly with that. So I made little circus carts with the elephant. So I'm going to show you guys how I made this. Again, I can't be with you live today, and I'm really missing you guys, but I am out picking up my children. So I will be back next Sunday live, but for now you get a fun little video on how to make these. So I'll go ahead and show you what I use, and I also want you to just pay attention to the fact that I used the new designer series paper in the in colors, the 2018-2020 in colors. So I'm going to set these guys aside. And what you need for these projects, I'll have one here off to the side here so we can use it as our example. Can you guys see it that way? I'll have it right here like that. Okay, so the first thing you're going to need obviously is one of our awesome little gable boxes. Now the gable boxes, they come in a pack of silver or in a pack of white. I have a pack of white here so you can see the difference. This is the silver, this is the white, and I am using the silver today. And basically what I needed to do is take my designer series paper. I'm going to do one in the blue bushel, so I'm going to have one in each color. So you'll need 2 pieces of the blue bushel, and we're going to cut them down to size. And I need to move this stuff out of the way and bring my trimmer. Alright, so you're going to trim your paper at 2 inches, and just make sure that you have your stripes going the correct direction. You want your stripes to be sideways, going sideways along the cutting board, and you're going to measure it to 2 inches and you're going to cut it, and you're going to do that twice. So go back to 2, cut again, and then you need a piece that's an inch and a quarter. So you'll cut that one down, inch and a quarter. Okay, so you've got those. And because I have the second piece, I need another strip that measures an inch and a quarter, and I couldn't get that off of my other piece, so I needed a second piece to cut that. So I've got 2 pieces that are 6 by an inch and a quarter, and I have 2 that are 6 inches by 2 inches. Okay. Then again, you have your gable box here, and you're going to use your liquid glue. It's important to use liquid glue because you need a little bit of wiggle room at this step. So what you're going to do, well actually I like to put it right directly on the gable box, is I'm going to cover this whole section of the gable box in glue, okay? And I'm only putting glue up to the score lines in the center. And I'm going to lay my striped paper down like so. And I will I am giving giveaways today, so I'll just tell you guys that just like I would for live Facebook, if you share my video, which you totally can, you can still share my video even though it's not live. Share my video and you'll be entered in to win a prize. I will show you that at the end of this video. And then I have over on my blog a raffle copter drawing. So rather than comments on my video this week, you'll go over to my blog. The link is in the description of this video. And if you go over to my blog and comment or do the Rafflecopter, it's just a link that you click on and you answer some questions, and then it will enter you into the drawing. You'll get a prize that way as well. And the prizes this week I will show you at the end of the video. So again, so all I've done is just glued these two down, and then the really important is while the glue is still kind of wet, you want to open the box and fold it the other direction so that you can get a crease in your paper and move your designer series paper wherever you need it to go. So see, like so. Okay, so there you go. And that way it has some movement. See, when the box is staying open, you're gonna have to have this kind of a little bit of a gap. So you need to have it like so. All right, and then the second piece, remember these two little strips? We need to put them down on these little top pieces here. So I'm just putting adhesive here so you can see, like, here's that second strip of designer series paper. What you're gonna do is set this strip across the top, and I like to match my corner up so I'm not wasting designer series paper. Just like so. And then I just let it dry for a second, and then I'll trim off the excess. So there's one side, and then this one just has a little bit that we need to trim off. Let's see, what's the easiest way here? Turn it around until you figure it out. Like so. Okay, and we're going to do that to the other side as well. So we have, that's why we needed two strips. We'll put adhesive on, whoops, on our lid. Line this up. Like so. And then trim the excess. Like that. And I don't think you're ever going to get it exactly perfect, but I don't think it truly needs to be. So there you go, there's that. Now, the pieces that go on our cart are the oval, the wheels, and the elephant itself. To do this, I already went ahead and cut out an oval using the layering oval framelits. I just used one of the layering ovals and I cut out an oval. You can choose the size that you want because I really don't know exactly what size that is, but I went ahead and cut one of those out. And then I punched out my wheels. So I punched out 4 black circles, and the size of the punch for the black circles are 1.5 inch. So I punched 4 of those out. And then I punched out 4 of the scallop punches, and that scallop punch is the 1 1/8 inch scallop punch. So I punched 4 of those. And then we need to have the matching designer series paper. So I have blueberry bushel here, and I'm using my 3/4 inch punch, and I'm going to punch out 4 little circles to make my wheels. Okay, so we'll go ahead and do that. Oops, trying to throw my wheels away. So I'm just going to glue my scallops to my black circle. Just center it as best you can, and then glue my blueberry bushel to the center of my scallop circle. Okay, and you'll do that for all 4 circles. Okay, so once you've got your circles, your wheels, you can actually build your box up. The way to build this box is to start with the side that has the it looks like two little legs. You want to fold that over, and then you're going to fold your two sides, the two sides that match, over, and then you're going to tuck this piece right in like so. It tucks in real easy, and then you have the box. So we're going to go ahead and glue our wheels to the corners of each side. So I actually just eyeball this and try to put them where I think is centered. So I'm looking at where the ends are and where the sides are, and I'm again just eyeballing it. Now this is why I like to use liquid glue, because oops, I should have put that here, because it gives you a little bit of wiggle room before everything dries up to adjust if you need to, and I'll show you how I tried to line things up and adjust. So I just put my box down on the ground, and then I try to see if it's going to naturally stand up or if it's going to rock. So if I feel like it's on one side too much, I can shift my tires and see if I like it. So that looks pretty good to me. And then I'm going to glue my oval down. Now, as you can see, I only decorated one side of my cart. You are more than welcome to make both sides match. But I really think there's only going to be one kind of focal point of the box, so I only did it on one side. So I've glued my oval down. I got glue on my fingers, so I'm kind of making a little bit of a mess. So I'm going to erase that adhesive I got on there. Oh, get off. Okay. So now I'm going to stamp my elephant. So I have my elephant on a block already, and I'm going to grab it and stamp with, so here's my elephant and here's my sentiment for my flag. So I've got my elephant and my sentiment here. Those are the two things we're going to stamp. So I have my stamp and I have my ink. The ink that I'm using is the basic gray. So all I'm going to do is ink up the elephant and stamp him down. And then I'm going to do the exact same thing, but I'm going to do it on the blueberry bushel piece that I have, because I want my ear to be the same color as the cart. So I'm just going to stamp the image of the ear here, just like so. It doesn't matter if the elephant is on there all the way or not. Once I've got that stamped, then I can get the punch, and I have my elephant, my little elephant punch here. Oh, did I show you the stamp set I'm using? This is the stamp set I'm using. It's called Little Elephant. And this was part of my team challenge this month, was to create some projects using the Little Elephant stamp set. And I got to choose whichever stamp set I wanted, and this is the stamp set I chose. So I thought it just reminded me of a cute little circus. So I am making this cute elephant. So you're going to punch out the elephant. There's two different sizes of elephant. I stamped the larger elephant, so I only need to punch out the larger elephant. I've got him pretty centered. Nope, he's kind of crooked. Once you've got him centered, you can punch him out. And then I'm going to do the exact same thing on this one, but I have to cut it because I stamped it weird. And shimmy that in there. And this is the elephant ear that I was talking about. So I'm just sliding this stamped image down. And I'm going to punch it out. You can throw away all the scraps. You don't need the scraps. Okay. So then I can glue his little ear to his little body. So put a little bit of adhesive and put his ear down. Oops. There we go. And then I can put him on a dimensional, and if I can find a dimensional, I don't know where I put them. Oh, right here. Okay. So I'm just using the mini dimensionals, and I'll just stick a couple on the back of him. Oh, his ear shifted because the glue's not dry. we go. Okay, and then you'll just put him down in the center of your oval, like so. Okay, so a couple more steps that we need to do. The first is we need to take our 1/8 inch hole punch, and we're going to punch the center of the front of our cart. So you can see here on this one, I've got a little pull tab for my cart. So I am going to just shimmy my way in here as far as I can and center it as best as I can, just eyeball it and punch. And that is going to be where I'm going to string the baker's twine through. So I'm actually using the Nature's baker's twine because I like the wood or the brown color. You could use whatever you wanted. You could use ribbon if you had it, or any kind of baker's twine will work. And so you're just going to try and get both ends. I just cut a loop off and you just shove both ends through the hole like so. Okay, and then on this end, all I'm going to do is tie a knot on the inside. It's kind of hard to do in this little confined space, because the last thing I want to do is pull that rope through all the way, because that would suck. So now that I've got it, whoop, come back. You're just going to pull it tight, and it has a knot and it won't come through. And now you have a cute little pull for your cart. Okay, so again, I'm using the little animal crackers, these Animal Circus cookies. They fit really well inside of the box. They just fit right down in there. And just going to close my box up. Make sure you don't smash your wheels down, because they will smash if you put pressure. So closing my box like so. And then the very last thing that we have left to do is to make our little pennant flag here right up at the top. To do that, I used a skewer. I just had a skewer here that you use for cooking. And I'm just going to cut it down. Okay. All right, so then we need to stamp our pennant. I'm gonna just use a scrap of paper here that we're going to cut down, but I have my stamp here, and I'm using that same basic gray. Gonna stamp the Celebrate Your Big Day. That's the stamp I chose to use for this. So stamp that down, and we're going to trim it to the size we want. So, I'll move this guy out of the way. I'm just going to trim off the edge. And about 1 inch is like the perfect width of the banner. And all I'm doing is just creating a dovetail. So I cut up the center, and then I cut up both sides to that center point, like so. So see, just like that. And then I will glue my dowel to the back of my pennant. I want to make sure I'm doing it the right way. I'm going to put the broken side back here. There we go. So we'll let that dry for a second. The other thing that we need to do is cut out this pennant. And the pennant is from this framelit set. It's the Playful Pennants framelits. And I just cut using the triangle pennant with the cardstock, the in-color cardstock, which is Blueberry Bushel. So we'll set this aside and let it dry for a second while I cut out the pennant. So we'll just set that on top. Run it through. Okay, so we have our pennant. We'll put this back. All right, so to glue this down, I just, again, used liquid glue. I love the pennant framelits. They're so fun. And we're just going to glue this across the seam here between these two. It was a nice way to conceal the seam. So just put that down, and we're going to trim off the edges, but we want to let it, give it a second to dry. Isn't that starting to look like a fun little circus tent? That was what I was going for, with a little circus tent. Fun, cute little elephants. So we'll cut that, and we'll cut that. See, so we've cut our pendant down. And then we're going to take some of the ribbon, the matching ribbon, which is the blueberry bushel gauze grain ribbon. And I'm just going to cut myself a piece. So I've got a piece of the blueberry bushel ribbon, and I'm going to tie a bow below the banner that I've created. So I'm just going to tie that real quick. Oops, stay still. It's kind of hard to tie this when it's not anchored down. Okay, so tie a bow. We can always flip it around once it wants to be on this side for some reason, so we'll just go with it, and then we can just turn it. So see there? And my bow is, I'm not liking my bow this time, so I'm gonna fuss with it for a second till I get it where I want it. With the gauze grain ribbon bow, it's super important to keep it as flat as possible. So it makes a nice, neat bow. I know it's probably paining you guys to watch me struggle with this bow, but I eventually get it. So there you go, you have your pretty little bow. And the way that I stuck this to my project was I just used a glue dot, and I'll show you. I put a glue dot right below the ribbon on the back side. I just applied a glue dot here. So see that? There's a glue dot on the back of the dowel. And what I did was I just shimmied this dowel into the center of the gable box, and I just stuck the glue dot to the top handle of the gable box. So, of course, it doesn't want to cooperate today because I'm doing this on a recording, but so there we go. Very cute, right? And that's it. That's all you need. And it does stay. The banner does stay, so you can open it, and the banner stays to the side, so it's not a problem. If you wanted, you could anchor it down in here as well, but then it would have a hard time closing. You could trim it down a little bit more if you wanted, if it bothered you, but it really does stay and is not in the way at all from closing or opening. So that worked out for me. I thought that was a good place for it. So there you have it. Now I have a whole little train. Oh, there you go, everything just fell. Now I have a whole little train of all of the colors. Where's my green one? Look at that. Isn't that adorable? Oh, I just love it. Look at all these little elephant carousel here, or caravan, elephant caravan. All right, guys, I hope if you share my video today, I'm going to enter you into a drawing to win one of these cute little carts. You will get one of these beautiful little carts that I made today. So thank you so much for sharing my video. You could be the new proud owner of one of these cute elephants. And if you enter my raffle for the raffle copter over on my blog, you'll be entered to win a free stack of the new designer series paper for the 2018-2020 in color paper. So this paper that I used today to make these projects, you will be entered to win a stack of that paper. So head on over to my blog. The link is in the description of this video, and you could win a stack of the paper. So good luck, and thank you guys for watching me today. I sure do miss being live with you. But next week I will be live again on Sunday, my normal time at 8 a.m. And we will continue crafting together. So thank you guys. I miss you, and thank you for watching my recorded video. Have a fabulous week. Bye-bye.